Hey Bandidos, I didn't have this build on the docket for today, but it was so good that I thought I should quickly get it out to you as fast as possible because it's perfect for the Reanimated event. It's the ultimate build for the Reanimated event. You're gonna be able to farm and get tons of XP and tons of red stars with all 5 directives activated, and you will be nearly invincible. Be sure to hit the like and comment the ultimate profit down below. So when I made this build, I reassembled it to make it as easy as possible for you to create without you having to farm difficult to acquire pieces. And for those pieces that you do not have, I have some alternate ideas I will share with you so you can run this right away. So this build is centered around the all new Prophet, the named Magnum they gave us in season 11. Now, I haven't been a huge fan of this gun until today. It's going to be perfect for global events, not only Reanimated, but probably Golden Bullet too. Now, we haven't tested in Golden Bullet, but in a couple weeks, we will have that global event. And I'm pretty sure this build will rock for that one too. If it works for Reanimated, it usually works for that global event as well, the Golden Bullet. So the Prophet gives us pistol damage to targets out of cover is what I have on mine. We got 6 in the mag, 160 RPM, 295 base weapon damage, pretty low, and that's because I'm running all that armor. We have 2 million armor on this build. We got a 1.4 second reload, and this comes with perfect determined. So after killing an enemy with a headshot, the weapon damage next shot landed on any enemy will be a guaranteed critical headshot, and that's why this one's working so well. Everything's a crit on the head, and so we're one-shot killing just about everything on the map except for named bosses. They're taking 1 to 2 shots depending on how tanky they are. Now, I know what you guys are thinking. Determined's gonna get nerfed. Yes, they are making changes to Determined in 17.2. But lucky for us, we had Morten Ryberg show up to the stream yesterday, and we had a conversation with him in live format discussing the Prophet and Determined, and we shared our opinions on what we thought should happen. Of course, the fix is all ready to implement 17.2, which we understand is gonna happen in a few weeks. But what Morten said should be that the intended purpose for Determined is that it should be body shot, headshot, body shot. And he states with Headhunter, it should still be powerful. So that's great news in my opinion, and that's actually what I thought they were gonna do. They were gonna toggle it between bodies and heads. So that's not bad. And with that being said, I will still be recommending Determined on all these Determined builds that I have out today because it's still going to be powerful. I agree with what Morten said. Although I like my body chain killing builds, body, headshot, body is great too because that adds a lot of forgiveness. And we have so much tankiness on this build. It doesn't matter if you're going to be missing and that you have to be more accurate to land some headshots from time to time because you have the bonus armor and the resistance to buy the time to do so. The build has 2 million armor and 75% protection from elites, and each kill earns you a trophy that gives you 1.2 million in bonus armor. So you're running around with basically 3.2 million armor at all times, if not more, because we're stacking those trophies like crazy. So this build is perfect. We fine-tuned it. I love it the way it is. Okay, let's give it a go. So you're gonna need the Nemesis for the way that I have this created. Really, it's not like absolutely required, but what the Nemesis does is it helps charge up our chest piece talent, which is Headhunter, all the way to its cap. 1,250% in a single kill, and you can do that kill off of an elite right out of the gate. And so Reanimated is powering you up. I really encourage you to take advantage of those power-ups so that you become a more efficient farmer for XP and earn faster red stars. And that doesn't mean you need more damage because everything is dying so easy. We're one-shot killing everything with 2 million armor plus all that crazy bonus armor. Why do you need more damage? Putting things like vigilance on your backpack could be a complete waste of a slot. So look for ways to power up your defense or make you a more efficient killer, like weapon handling and stuff like that. Okay, as you can see, we're running the Memento. It's a centerpiece for the build, and it's really important because we need that bonus armor so that we can run out of cover full time. We got 3 cores. I got protection from elites mod. Don't worry if mods aren't perfect. They don't need to be. I have weapon damage, bonus armor, and skill efficiency, short-term and long-term buffs. So you're gonna get 30% weapon damage damage they can't take away. You're gonna get 10% bonus armor per core. We got 6 of those. That's 60% bonus armor, 1.2 million in bonus armor per trophy with 3% armor regen. That's crazy armor regen. We have 5% skill efficiency and then 30% skill efficiency on the long-term side of things. We have 63,000 armor regen before the memento. So that's before the memento. So this should be around 120,000 armor regen with the memento. And then your heals, this is gonna push to about 33,000, give or take 32,000. And then this is gonna be about 34,000. And that's how we get to 186,000 armor back per second. But you don't need all the armor back per second because you have massive amounts of resistance. And also the game mode Reanimated, which this build is finally tailored to, is giving you heals with that green cloud of smoke. But look out, because that green cloud of smoke can also crush your skills, which is also not a problem because you don't really even need them running around skillless. Okay, for the mask, I got the chill out mask. It's giving us 5% total armor. We got armor regen, protection from elite mods, 2 of those. Again, don't worry about max protection from elite mods. Just go with whatever you got. Now, if you don't have the chill out mask, if you're a new player and you don't have this, that's fine. You can put a second piece of Bellstone here for 10% armor on kill, or you can run Uzina Getica with armor regen, headshot damage, and a protection from elites mod. If you're looking to be part of a strong, positive community, then I have you covered. Join Tux's Discord. We're not elitists, and we're so much more than just clans and raids. Tux's Discord continues to grow as the central hub for the player base that loves this game and wants to see it thrive. And if you love builds, this is the spot. Also, join Tux's Players Club to support the channel, the cause, while getting access to member perks and extra content like gaming music playlists. Click the join button below. Okay, the gloves is my 1 piece of Bellstone. I'm running this for that armor regen and armor, and more armor regen and headshot damage. You could also go with a little bit of weapon handling, but what you don't need is more damage on this build. I have the Murakami knee pads for 20% skill duration. I don't really need that, but it's a little helpful. Armor regen, and more armor regen. So this is a beautiful piece. If you don't have the armor regen slot down there, not a problem, guys. Just run headshot damage, weapon handling down there, whatever. But that 1% armor regen is what we're after. And if you can put armor on your Murakami knee pads, that's great too. But look, if you don't have the Emperor's Guard knee pads at all, or you don't have one that makes sense, put an improvised one down here. That's a great thing to run as well. So an improvised one looks like here. You got to go to the crafting bench to make these, and they don't come with a brand attribute, but what they do have instead is an extra mod slot. So if you don't need protection from elites on your knees because you're already at cap, then go ahead and put more headshot damage over there. That's not going to hurt. Or repair skills or skill duration. All are great ideas. So my holster is my 1 piece of improvised. I tried to minimize how much improvised gear this one has, just in case you're new to the game and you don't have these yet. But again, all you have to do is craft them. So you need armor regen, headshot damage, and protection from elites. Don't worry if you don't have a perfect improvised holster like I do. Just get that one with the armor and roll on headshot damage. If you don't have the armor regen, not a big deal on this build. It's not going to make or break the build. All the armor regen secondary slots are just added bonus. We just added those because we realized we don't need weapon handling. The pistol does not need weapon handling. And so we were like, well, what else are we going to put? We didn't want to put repair skills because the green cloud breaks the skills. And so we didn't want to roll extra things into them. So we thought armor regen was the best way to go. Weapon handling would be the other way to go. Faster reloads are always a little bit helpful, and it will help the nemesis. And then the chest piece is Habsburg, and that's giving us 15% headshot damage, and it comes with an armor core, so you don't have to do crazy farming. This one has headshot damage and armor regen, which is perfect. And then I have my last final protection from elites mod, and of course Headhunter, absolutely mandatory. So basically what this is doing is it's capping a 1,250% damage from your last killing blows damage, and it has to be a headshot kill. So that's how we're able to run around and one-shot things. So the mechanics are simple. First, you use your high-powered rifle, whether you're using the TAC-50 or the Nemesis, doesn't matter, but one of the two. Get your first headshot kill with that. Then switch to your Prophet. Get a consecutive headshot kill with your Prophet, and from that point forward, you don't have to land on the head. It could be body, head, 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 body, body, body. Remember, it's 17.2. You're gonna have to toggle between bodies and heads, or only go for heads, which is probably the best thing. Go for the head, and if you accidentally miss, then it's gonna give you forgiveness. Best way to roll. I do have the classic M1A. That's just really not being used, so you know. And then I decided to go with survivalist for that 10% protection from elites, and it's giving us that BB-8, and of course the fire grenades for spawn killing. And that opened up the slot for the knee pads, really, and that's where I stuck in my Murakamis. So on the pistol, we have 165% headshot damage, and on the Nemesis, which is also important, we have 221% headshot damage, and that's important because that's what's proccing our headhunter to its cap, and then we're switching over to the pistol. You can't just use the pistol full time and put out a few extra shots. You can also go with sharpshooter and use your TAC 50 in case you do not have the Nemesis, and so the TAC 50 is going to do the same thing. You just have to earn a little bit of special ammo, and once you do, it's really hard to run out of specialization ammo. And if you do that, you're going to lose 10% protection from elites, and so you could just replace one of these two things with a improvised piece. And I'd probably get rid of the Murakamis and keep the Bellstones if you go that way. So don't worry if you don't get your armor regen as high as I have. Trust me, you do not want to slow down on using this build because your build isn't as perfect as mine. Go with the closest thing that you can assemble. You're going to be extremely happy with this build. I hope you're taking advantage of this Reanimated event and those red stars, which get you the best gear in the game. And Bandidos, if you need more Reanimated builds, this build video has a whole catalog of them for you.
Follow me.